2 out. Sorry. Oh, you're good. And I'm not gonna say, so yeah. It's okay. You guys okay? Down there. Yeah. But you're not sitting on me. You want to fight now? I think it's for 2 hours. That's coming up out of the tunnel. Which way did it go? That's where he wanted me to get the video. So they are starting early. You guys know, she needs to penalty somebody in the penalty box. Go Tigers!
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. It's hard to yell when the bad whales in your mouth. Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out.
Got Tyler in for the face-off. Wins the face-off. Tigers give it up in the neutral zone. Block shot by Glenn. Good save by Nicholas. Shot wide by Wyoming. Up against the half boards, and Colorado Springs is able to clear it. Giving it up in the neutral zone and deflected back into the defensive zone for the Tigers. Turned over back behind the net, but Wyoming's able to keep it in the zone. Bring it around to the near side. Block shot. Ben Klink's able to bring it up out of the zone. Not enough for an icing. Sydney's able to stop it at the blue line. Toss back into Tyler. Stood up behind the net. Wyoming's able to take possession, bring it out of the zone. A missed pass. Gavin's on his heels. Good save by Nicholas. Brought back out of the zone to Aiden through the neutral zone. Dumps it in. He's able to chase it and stands up a Wyoming player. Centers it for the Tigers. Back over to Jamison. Up to Gavin. Gavin gets stood up, and Wyoming's able to bring it out of the zone into the neutral zone. Gavin's able to fight off that Wyoming player, and they're able to clear the puck. The Springs take possession into the neutral zone. Byron bringing it into the zone. Deflected by a Wyoming player. Anthony's able to hold on to it, shoots and scores! There's Anthony from Brandon Whitaker. Eli passes it up to Tony. This pass over to Brandon. Wyoming's able to take possession in the defensive zone. They're able to bring it out into the neutral zone. They've got a player wide open. Able to bring it into the zone. Missed shot. Springs is able to clear it out of the zone. Wyoming brings it back in through the neutral zone. Good save by Nicholas. Brandon clears it, and it'll be enough for an icing. .42 left in the first period. The Tigers are up 1-0. Tyler's in for the faceoff. He's able to take possession of the faceoff. Ben Klink able to bring it out of the zone. Passes it up to Sydney. Offsides on the Tigers. Be a far side face-off in the neutral zone. Tyler in for that face-off. Ben Klink, Sydney are the wings. Wyoming's able to win that face-off. Bring it through the neutral zone. Intercepted by Tyler. He's able to bring it into the zone. Shot just a little bit wide. Goalie dumps it behind the net. Sydney's there. Shot around Bailey. He's able to keep it in the zone. Tyler's able to keep it. Good shot on goal. Off the post. Ben Klink's shot gets deflected by a Wyoming player. Sydney's able to muscle his way to that puck. Bailey's able to keep it in. Dumps it in. Again, blocked by a Wyoming player. Ben Brooks shoots. Saved by the goalie. Sydney's up front for a save. And just missed that rebound. Still in front of the net. Saved again by the Wyoming player. Line change with Jameson at center. Aiden and Owen are the wings. Byron and Gavin on defense. Wyoming's able to win that faceoff. Aiden's able to take possession behind the net briefly. Passed up by Wyoming. Gavin's able to keep it in, dumps it behind the net. Wyoming's able to bring it out of the zone. To the far side half wall, stopped by Owen Snyder. Able to bring it in through the neutral zone on the far side. Able to bring it in, good shot, saved. Rebound by Aiden, missed shot. And shot out of the zone by Wyoming. Aiden's able to bring it in the zone on the far side. Shot wide off the back of the net. Byron's able to keep it in, up to Jameson. Over the far side half wall where Wyoming's able to take it and shoots it out of the zone. It will be enough for an icing. Brandon Whitaker in for the face-off. Tony and Corbin on the other wings. Wyoming wins that face-off. Shot out of the zone. Be an icing on the Cutthroats. Face-off's won by the Cutthroats. Controls it, brings it out of the zone, jumps it up. No icing is waved off, not enough for icing. Far side corner, try to center it, and Diamond scores. .807 left in the first. It's a tie hockey game, 1-1. Brandon with the face-off. Wyoming's able to take control. Brandon gives control again. Near side, dumps it in. Back behind the net. Nobody's there. Corbin tries to stand up that player. Bailey's able to keep it in. Tries to center it across the crease over to Sydney. He centers it again right to a Wyoming player, though. They're able to clear it into the neutral zone. Ben Brooks passes it over. Passes it up through the zone and is stopped by the goalie, covered up. Tyler in for the face-off with Ben Klink and Sydney. Puck's tied up in the skates of the ref. Pass up to Ben Brooks. He's able to keep it in. Plenty of time. Blocked by a Wyoming player. Gets knocked down by a Wyoming player out of the zone into the neutral zone. Passed up to Sydney. Back over to Ben. Sydney brings it in. Over skates it. Ben Klink's got it. Up to the net. Over skated again. Pass. Cross. Bailey's able to keep it in. Centers it. Got it down by Ben Brooks and covered up by the goalie. Jameson, Aiden, Owen, Byron, and Gavin out on the ice. Wyoming takes that face-off win. They're now able to clear it. Aiden's able to bring it in. Stood up by the Wyoming player. Byron with a shot from the blue line. Covered up by the goalie. Jameson wins that face-off over to Aiden. Shot wide. Back behind the net. Aiden's able to take possession. Over to Owen. Wyoming's able to clear it, and it's going to be a icing on the Cutthroats. .6:45 left in the first period. Jameson with that face-off win. Aiden's able to take it, shoots. Saved by the goalie. Glove save. Again, Jameson wins the face-off. Over to Aiden. Shot wide by Owen. Back behind the net. Blocked by a Wyoming player. Owen still has it. Shoots again. Saved. Up into the chest of the goalie. The defensive change for the Tigers is going to be Eli and Owen Spiller. Get near side face-off. Jameson wins that face-off. A shot. Wyoming had it. Got tied up the blue line. Owen Snyder with a shot wide. Back over into the corner. Owen's got time. Passes it up to cleared by Wyoming, but he's knocked down. Eli and the Wyoming player is able to stand him up. Our goalie just got kicked in the face by a Wyoming player. Throws it up. Wyoming's got control of it, brings it through the neutral zone, dumps it in. Far side corner, back behind the net. Bailey's able to throw it around the net to Corbin. Wyoming's able to take control, blocked, and up into the net. Brandon Whitaker, Ben Brooks, and Tony are the forwards. Brandon wins it. Tony brings it up through the zone. Dumps it forward. Gets tied up with the blue line. Back behind the net. Tony's able to take possession from the Wyoming player. Wyoming briefly gets possession again. Brings it up the blue line. Into the neutral zone. Tony's got possession over to Bailey. Bailey brings it up into the far side zone. Around the net. Shot off the top of the goal. Wyoming tried to clear it. Tony stood it up there and shot on goal. Ben Brooks' shot was blocked by a mass of Wyoming players. Back into the neutral zone. Over to Bailey, passes it up to Brandon. Brandon's got some time. Shoot blocked by Wyoming. Across to the front. Just missed. Wraparound try. Bailey gets tripped up by a Wyoming player. It's going to be a penalty on Wyoming. Tigers will be on the power play. With 4:26 left in the first, it's still 1-1. That'd be Tyler, Sydney, Ben Klink, Gavin, and Byron. Wyoming wins that faceoff. Gavin able to stop it. His shot. Byron on the top of the circle shoots. Glove saved by Wyoming. Face off. Won by Wyoming behind the far side half wall. Byron to the top of the circles shoots just wide. Tyler passes across, missed pass. Byron with it. Blocked by some Wyoming players. Pass out of the zone up to Sydney. Dumps it up to Byron. Byron's able to bring it into the zone. Shoots from between the circles. Shot wide into the neutral zone. Gavin gave it up, and Ben Klink's in there with Wyoming player. He's able to stand the Wyoming player up. Brief jousting match. Gavin's able to clear it up to Tyler. Tyler overskates it, passes it up to Sydney. Sydney brings it into the far side. Blocked by his own player. Byron from the top of the circles off the post. Over to Tyler from the far side circle. Shot just wide. Sydney back behind the net. Centers it. Tyler's right there. Wyoming's able to knock it free. Ben Klink back into the corner to Tyler. He gets taken down by a Wyoming player. Wyoming's able to throw it up, and it's going to be an icing on the Wyoming Cutthroats. 2:42 left in the first period, 16 seconds left on the power play. Jameson with the face-off win. Aiden from the net. Shot just wide. Bailey passes around behind the net to Aiden. Aiden back at the far side half wall where it's stopped by Bailey. Aiden has it. Saved by the goalie. Back behind the net. Back to Aiden. Far side half wall. Jameson was able to block that shot. Wyoming's able to clear it. We got a cherry picking player here. He's going to go right behind the net. Springs is able to clear it. Pass is blocked by the Tigers. Owen Spiller bring it into the zone. He gets tripped up by a Wyoming player. Going to be a tripping penalty on the Wyoming.
Wyoming Cutthroats. Number 7, tripping.
On the ice is going to be Brandon, Ben Brooks, Tony. Wyoming wins that faceoff. shot around and out of the zone. Byron's able to bring it back behind the net. Passes it up. Stopped by a Wyoming player. Offsides on Wyoming. Corbin with the puck, brings it in. Stops at the blue line for some reason. Up to Tony. He gets stood up by a couple Wyoming players. Wyoming's able to throw it out of the zone. Again, they got a player that's back behind there. Byron's able to take possession. Hold up against the boards behind the net. He passes it around. Wyoming player at the blue line keeps it in. Cross. Brandon's able to clear it up to a Wyoming player who then dumps it right back into the zone. Back to Brandon. Brandon tosses against the near side boards. Wyoming throws it across the ice. No icing. Ben Brooks with it behind the net. Gets stood up by a Wyoming player. Byron back there. Over to Anthony. Anthony passes it up to Ben Klink. Ben Klink brings it in. Cross. Dangles through. Shot. Saved by the goalie. Glenn Klink's able to take the rebound. Kept in by Eli. Shot from the blue line. Saved by the goalie. Brings us to the end of the first period. Scores tied 1-1. Tigers will still have 12 seconds on the power play. Start of the second period going to be Tyler, Sydney, Ben Klink, Byron and Gavin on defense. 12 seconds left on the power play. Tyler with that face-off win. Brought into the zone by Ben Klink. Pass across to Tyler. Blocked by the goalie. Wyoming's able to bring it out. That's the end of the power play. 5-on-5. Sydney's able to bring it in. Near side board shoots just high of the net. Over to the far side half wall where it's stopped by Wyoming. Brought into the Tigers zone. Ben Klink at the far side blue line brings it in. Through the neutral zone up into the offensive zone. He gets stripped up by a Wyoming player. It'll be a penalty on Wyoming. Jamison in for the faceoff. Wins that faceoff back to Owen Snyder. Shot. Glove saved by the goalie. Jamison over to Aiden. Kept in by Bailey over to Owen Snyder. Owen back over to Bailey. Over to Jamison. He centers it. Blocked by Wyoming. Aiden's able to send up the Wyoming player. Back over to Jamison. Wyoming's able to take possession of the inside half wall. Pass just wide of that Wyoming player over to the far side half wall. Wyoming shoots it through the crease. Over to Aiden. Owen Spiller shoots it back behind the net. Wyoming player's there. He centers it back behind the net. Owen passes it up to Jamison. Center ice. Dumps it in. Wyoming's able to take it, but the Tigers hold it in. And it was off by Wyoming player and into the net. Good shot by Eli off of Wyoming player into the net. It's a power play goal for the Tigers. With 12:09 left in the second, the Tigers take a 2-1 lead. That last goal was shot right into the chest of a Wyoming player. Deflected right off the back of the goalie and into the net. Wyoming wins that face-off. Good glove save by the Tigers. Brandon, that face-off win over to Gavin off the far side half wall. Off the side of the net. Gavin brings it around to the beyond the net. Up to Tony. Out of the zone. Up to Brandon. Brandon pitches it in. Crash at the blue line. Out of the zone. Tony's able to bring it back in to the near side. Around the Wyoming player. That Wyoming player is able to throw it out of the zone. Down the ice. It's not going to be enough for icing. Byron's got it. He tosses it up straight to Corbin. Over to Tony. He misses that pass. Wyoming's able to clear it out of the zone. Byron takes possession and passes it right up to Tony, who's at the blue line. He's able to dingle around the player. Be a tripping on us on Brandon. .11:05 left in the the second period, sorry. Wyoming is going to be on a 2-minute power play. Brandon's in the box for tripping. Ben Blinken for the face-off. Wyoming with a shot from the far side circle with a goal. A power play goal for Wyoming. 10:55 left in the second period. It's a 2-2 hockey game. Tyler Sidney, Ben in for the offensive side. Ben Brooks and Bailey in on defense. Tyler wins that face-off. Wyoming's able to take control there of the neutral zone. Give it up. Tigers get onside. Bailey dumps it into the zone. Nobody's there to chase it though. Wyoming passes around. Stopped by Ben Brooks. Dumped into the far side half wall. Wyoming takes possession there. Throws it up to center ice. Just out of the reach of Bailey. Icing's waved off. Puck takes a bounce behind the net. Up to the far side blue line. Wyoming with the shot. Blocked by the Tigers. Bailey dumps it up out of the zone. Tyler's chasing the Wyoming player in there. Sidney just missed that. He's keeping in the zone. Ben Brooks has it. Sidney brings it across the center ice. Wyoming intercepts it. Wyoming tries to center it. They got a player there. Shot just wide. Behind the net. Sidney's able to take it. Owen Snyder with it. Dangles around. Shoots and scores. Goal by Owen Snyder. Goal by Owen Snyder. With an assist by Sidney. Wyoming wins that faceoff. Brings it into the near side zone. Around behind the net. All the way back up to the top of the circles. Around. Overskates the puck. Aiden's able to take it, dump it out of the zone. Up to Owen. Owen's got it. He gets stood up by a Wyoming player. Owen back behind the net. Wyoming dumps it around. There's nobody there on the blue line. Icing's waved off on that one. Owen's got it behind the net. Dumps it around to Aiden. Aiden gets an elbow to the head. Knocked down by Wyoming. Off the goalie behind the net. Shot through the crease. Owen Snyder dumps it into the neutral zone. Pass to a Wyoming player who lost possession briefly. Aiden stands him up at the red line. Eli also stands him up. Going to be a delayed penalty. Good save by Nicholas. Wyoming will be on a power play. Be an interference penalty on Eli. 8:08 left in the second period. Tigers are up 3-2. Brandon in for the faceoff, wins that faceoff. Back to Gavin, around behind the net. He throws it up off the half boards. Tony able to take possession, gets around one Wyoming player to the near side, back around the net. Still has possession of it, passes it over to Brandon. Missed pass. Brandon's able to keep it in briefly, passed over. Would be an icing on the Cutthroats. Brandon, Tony, Ben Brooks, and Bailey. Brandon with that face-off win. Tony shoots and scores right off that face-off. Be a short-handed goal for the Tigers. Be Tony from Brandon. 7:36 left in the second period. Tigers are up 4-2 with that short-handed goal. Still a minute 28 left on the power play for the Cutthroats. Tigers win that face-off. Stood up at the blue line. Tony's able to take possession. Near side blue line, brought into the zone, but he stood up by a Wyoming player. Kept in by Bailey with the glove save. Dumped in behind the net. Tigers are off for a change. Kept in by Bailey. Centers it. Blocked by a Wyoming player. Wyoming's able to take possession, bring it in through the neutral zone. Ben Brooks is able to stand him up. Blocks that shot from the Wyoming player. He dumps it off. Ben Klink. Brandon shoots it down the ice for an icing. 42 seconds left on the penalty kill. Tyler with that face-off. Shot right off the face-off. Glove saved by Nicholas. Tyler wins that face-off. Byron throws it down right on goal, so it won't be an icing. Far side wall, Wyoming's able to bring it out, passes it across to a Wyoming player who chips it into the zone. Tries to center it, it's blocked by Byron. Byron has it, dumps it out of the zone. Wyoming's able to take possession in the neutral zone. Passes it across the ice to the blue line, brings it in. Byron has it, brings it in. It's going to be a 3-on-2 for the Tigers. Passes over to Ben Klink. Ben Klink cross centers it. Wyoming's able to stop that one. Kicked out of the zone. Wyoming brings it through the neutral zone into the far side. Ben Klink stands him up. Tigers take possession. Power play's over. Sidney brings it in through center ice. Around the Wyoming player. Shoots it over the net. Off the dasher into the neutral zone. Ben Klink's there with two Wyoming players. Dumps it back into Sidney. Sidney chips it in. Tyler is able to keep it in the zone. Deflects that shot from a Wyoming player. Centers it to Sidney. Sidney right into the breadbasket of the goalie. Saves it. Brings out the line of Jameson, Owen, and Aiden. Gavin and Ben Brooks on defense. Jameson in for that face-off. Jameson wins that face-off back to Owen Snyder. Owen Snyder chips it up to Jameson. Near side half wall. Cutthroats were able to throw it up to Gavin. Gavin tosses it around behind the net. Right to Aiden. He chips it up to Owen Snyder. Ben Brooks at the blue line, able to keep it in. Nobody's there in the corner. Aiden, a big, tall Cutthroat in the corner there. Jameson stands up that Wyoming player. Gavin keeps it in, over to Jameson. Through the legs of the Wyoming player. Back behind the net. He tries to center it. Wyoming throws it out of the zone, off the stick of Gavin. No icing. Gavin's able to stand that Wyoming player up. He gets pushed down from the back. Jameson throws it to Gavin, who's on his knees. Wyoming's able to take possession behind the net. Tries to center it to Owen Snyder's there. He throws it up to Aiden. Aiden's able to clear it out of the zone. Dumps it into the neutral zone. And it's deflected off of a Wyoming player out of the stadium. Brandon, Tony, Eli. Corbin and Bailey. Tony wins that face-off. Tied up in the neutral zone. Brandon throws it down there. It's going to be waved off the icing. Tony in behind the net, able to take possession. Brings it around to the near side half wall. Centers it, nobody's there. Wyoming's able to take possession, bring it through the neutral zone on the near side. Stood up by Bailey at the blue line. It's brought in offsides on the Cutthroats. 3:47 left in the second period, 4-2 Tigers. Brandon with that face off. Wyoming's able to take possession, not bring it into the zone. Eli with it at the blue line. Dumps it in the neutral zone up to Tony. Missed that pass. Cutthroats bring it in through the neutral zone. Kick forward by the Cutthroats. Into the near side corner. Bailey's able to stand that player up and falls on top of him. Be a slashing penalty. It's like the penalty's called on Bailey.
Tigers penalty, 74.
3:24 left in the second. Power play for the Cutthroats after the tripping penalty by Bailey. Brandon's in, kicked out of the face-off. It'll be Byron in for the face-off. Wins that face-off. Up to Tony. Tony's able to bring it out of the zone. Tony brings it in. Tries to dangle around the Wyoming player. He gets stood up right at the hash marks. Wyoming's got possession up, brings it up into the neutral zone. Missed pass on Wyoming, and it's going to be a nice one on the Cutthroats. Shot off the face-off was saved by the Cutthroat goalie. Wyoming passes it to a player that wasn't watching. Ben Klink's able to throw it out of the zone up to Tony. Tony and Byron can be in offsides. Oh, they hold it up, and they just dump it into the zone. A little miscommunication there on the Tigers. Wyoming with it behind the net. Through the center. Up. Wyoming brings it in. Near side half wall stopped by the Tigers. And Byron over there at the far side half wall takes possession, passes it up to Ben Klink. Ben Klink's got Owen Snyder on the far side. Through the Wyoming players. Ben Klink's got it. Centers it to Owen Snyder. Saved by the goalie, blocker save. The Tigers are able to take possession as we got 40 seconds left on the penalty kill. Ben Klink's got it up. Be a 3-on-1. Ben Klink shoots, and it's glove saved by the Wyoming goalie. Jameson, Owen, Gavin. Jameson wins that face-off. Shot just wide from the circle. Gavin stands up the Wyoming player in the neutral zone. Jameson tries to dump to the zone, but he's taken out by a Wyoming player. Owen Snyder swings and misses, passes it up to Jameson. Jameson dangles around the Wyoming player and dumps it into the zone. Good play to buy some time on the penalty kill. 3 seconds to row the power play. Good penalty kill by the Tigers. Back to 5-on-5 hockey with 1:20 left in the second period. Wyoming's got it back behind the net. They try to center it. Nobody's there. Ben Brooks passes up to Jameson. Tigers still not able to clear it. Good save by Nicholas. Tyler in for the face-off. Wins that face-off over to Sydney in front of the net. Sydney gets stood up. Eli's got it back behind the net. Shot from the blue line by Wyoming. Blocked by the Tigers. Sydney brings it up into the zone. Dumps it into the zone. He gets stood up by Wyoming at the blue line. Wyoming's able to clear it. Eli throws it in there, and it's going to be an icing on the. Icing's waved off by the far side goalie. Tyler's able to stand this player up at the far side half wall. Wyoming's able to clear it though. Owen Spiller's racing the Wyoming player. He's able to clear it up to Sydney. Sydney passes it up to Tyler. Tyler's on the far side, brings it in. Just over skates it. Sydney's there to pick it up. Wyoming is able to chip it out of the zone. Eli's able to poke check that puck away. And Brandon picks it up here on the near side. The end of the second period, Tigers are up 4-2.
Oh, it senses the motion?
Start the third period. It'll be Jameson, Owen Snyder, Aiden, Gavin, and Byron. Jameson wins that faceoff. Back to Gavin. He dumps it up to Aiden. Aiden brings him into the near side. He gets tripped up by a Wyoming player. He's able to keep possession, be a delayed penalty on Wyoming. Tigers will be on the power play. Jameson wins that faceoff over to Aiden. He passes it to Owen, back to Byron. Byron from the blue line shoots. Blocked by the Wyoming goalie. Centers it. Jameson off the near side post. Jameson dumps into the near side boards with Aiden back there. Jameson's going to get called on a tripping. Be 4-on-4 for a minute 35. Snyder wins that face-off, takes possession back to Gavin. Gavin back behind the net. Back to Owen. Owen's able to pass it up. Kicked off a Wyoming player up to Aiden. Aiden's able to keep it in the zone. Dumps it in. Wyoming takes possession. Aiden stands that player up. He's got possession. Shoots off the side of the net. Puck still off the side net. Aiden's fighting 3 Wyoming players, and Wyoming covers it up. Full line change for the Tigers. We'll have Brandon, Tony, Eli, and Owen Spiller out. Minute 6 left on the 4-on-4. Wyoming wins that face-off. Wyoming shoots and they score right off through the 5-hole. Wyoming wins that face-off. Be an icing on Wyoming. 12:36 left in the third period. 4-3 Tigers. Wyoming takes possession on that face-off. Back to Bailey at the blue line, dumps it in. Tyler's able to stand that Wyoming player up, tries to bring it through center ice. Wyoming's able to bring it into the neutral zone. Right down through Broadway. Over in Wyoming shoots and stopped by Nicholas. Byron wins that face-off. Brings it up through the blue line. He's got Aiden at center ice. Byron gets stood up by a Wyoming player. Owen Snyder's able to keep it in. Wyoming's able to throw down the ice. Icing was waved off. Aiden back behind the net. Shoots it around to Gavin. Just past Gavin. Aiden's able to tie it up. Owen Snyder comes out of that. And Wyoming's going to be on the power play for 20 seconds. Deflected by the Tigers at the blue line in through the neutral zone. Byron's able to take it. Chips it off the boards to Aiden. Aiden has it. Tries to chip it off the boards, but he's stood up by a Wyoming player. That's the end of that power play. We're 5-on-5. Owen Snyder and Gavin. Owen Snyder throws it up to Aiden. Kicks forward, but just past the tip of his stick. It's an icing on the Tigers. Brandon Whitaker, Tony, Corbin, Owen Spiller, and Eli. Brandon with that face-off. Wyoming takes possession, brings it up into the neutral zone. Owen Spiller's able to stand up that Wyoming player. Wyoming through center ice to the far side. And Wyoming scores. Tigers gave that Wyoming player 4 business days to do something with that puck, and he scored. .10:45 left in the third period. It's a tie hockey game. Brandon Whitaker in for the faceoff. Wyoming wins that faceoff. Tigers were able to take possession though. Tony's got it. Shoots it from between the circles over the top of the net. It's stuck on the back of the net. And the refs call it good. Brandon wins that faceoff. Dumped up to the far side. Over to Corbin. Wyoming's able to take possession. Then Brooks shoots it around. Out of the zone, Brandon Whitaker's able to bring it in. He's got Tony with him on the far side, brings him to the near side half wall. Centers it. Just off the stick. Tony got the center there, shoots. Brandon scores. 9:54 left in the third period. The Tigers now up 5-4. Good pass by Tony over to Brandon. The referees are having a conference with Wyoming. Looks like there was a Wyoming player that might have got hurt at some point during that play. Meanwhile, at center ice, all the players are coming together to have a conversation. Zan says he's had enough and wants to get this game rolling. Brandon in for the faceoff. Tigers take possession of that faceoff. Byron with it at center ice, brings it into the zone. Around a couple players, loses a foot. And turns it over to Wyoming. Wyoming's trying to slow it down a little bit here. Gavin dumps it into the zone. Wyoming on the far side, half wall to center ice. Into the neutral zone, overskates it. Tigers just stand there, look at it though. Tyler's able to take it, passes it up to Sidney. Into the zone, he gets stood up by a Wyoming player. Should have been an interference called, it's not. Wyoming skates right through that. Sidney tries to stand him up. Ben Brooks comes in, chips that puck away behind the net. Wyoming players there on the far side corner. Tigers throw it out of the zone, and it's going to be enough for an icing. 8:40 left in the third period. Jameson, Owen, Aiden, Ben Brooks, and Bailey in on defense. Jameson in for the face-off. Wins that face-off. Throws it back to Bailey, who throws it around the boards, out of the zone. No icing. Into the neutral zone, Aiden Stands up Wyoming player, but they bring it into the zone though. Kick save by Nicholas. Good glove save by Nicholas. Jameson throws it up to the far side half wall. Wyoming's able to stop it. And it's shot out of the zone. Aiden's able to briefly save it. It's onside. Jameson dumps it in. Behind the net. Wyoming clears it back to the neutral zone. Aiden and Jameson stand up that Wyoming player. They're able to keep it in. Jameson's got the puck. Top of the circles, brings it into the center. Aiden's coming off for a change. Trying to keep it in the zone while they go through that change. Wyoming's able to clear it. It's going to be a delayed penalty on Wyoming. Apparently we're being called on the elbowing on Jameson. .7:20 left in the third period. Tigers will be on the penalty kill. Be Brandon, Corbin, Tony, Byron.
Tigers penalty, number 5, elbow.
Tigers with that face-off win. Byron brings it in. Shoots it across to Tony. Good pass. Tony gets stood up by the Wyoming player. Nothing's called. Even though there was an elbow to the face right there. Byron tries to center it. Brandon brings it back into the zone. Passes it up off the goalie. Right to off the ref. Byron has it. He gets stood up by a Wyoming player. Wyoming chips it out of the zone. Brandon's got it. He brings it around to the far side. Through a couple Wyoming players. It's tied up in Tony's skates. Wyoming's able to clear it. Corbin's right there. He'll pass it over to... Tried to pass it, but he gets stood up. Wyoming player there. It's going to be a 3-on-1. Luckily, it was a bad pass. Wyoming still has possession of it. 57 seconds left in the penalty. Tony's able to clear it into the neutral zone. Wyoming dumps it into the far side. Nobody's there. Bailey has it. But he can't get it out of the zone. Stick save by Nicholas. Tony has it. He's going to have a 1-on-2 with a couple Wyoming players. .20 seconds left on the penalty kill. Wyoming passes it over. It's off a skate. A couple Wyoming players collide at the blue line. Kick save by Nicholas across. Wyoming off the side of the net. Bailey kicks it out up to the blue line. It's the end of the penalty. Bailey again tries to clear it, can't clear it. Wyoming's able to keep it in. They didn't see where the puck goes though. Ben Klink has it. Bailey's able to clear it into the boards. 5:05 left in the third period. Tigers are up 5-4. Tyler, Sydney, Ben Klink, Gavin, and Byron. Tigers win that face-off. A couple Tigers collide. Tyler has it. He gets stripped up by a Wyoming player. Wyoming's able to bring it in. Skate right down Broadway. Good save by Nicholas. A little punching match in the back here that nobody sees. Good save by Nicholas. That Wyoming player that got tripped up in the corner and a couple punches. to Sydney. No ref saw it though. 4:42 left in the third period. Although the refs are having a conversation in front of the goalie. Wyoming with that face-off win, shot wide. Jameson's able to throw it up to the top. Owen's able to take it in. He's got Aiden on the far side. Owen brings it in. He gets stood up by a couple Wyoming players. Still has possession of it. Nobody's there at the blue line. Then Brooks passes it up to Aiden near side boards. Missed pass. Aiden chips it in. Near side corner. Passes it back to Jameson. Jameson shoots just over the net. Over the far side half wall where Owen's stood up by a Wyoming player. Owen Spiller tosses it in behind the boards to Aiden. Aiden throws it around to Jameson. Jameson with it at the near side. Over to Owen, centers it. He gets stood up and Wyoming's able to take possession and bring it out of the zone. They throw it up. Ben Brooks is able to throw it out of the zone. Up to Aiden. Aiden brings it in. He gets it intercepted by a Wyoming player. Good save by Nicholas. He covers it up. 3:29 left in the third period. Tigers are up 5-4. Brandon, Corbin, Tony. Brandon with that face-off win. Gets stood up. Good save by Nicholas. Tigers try to clear it, but they're not able to. Brandon finally gets it. He brings it out. He's got Tony with him. Brandon throws it around. And he gets thrown into the bench of Wyoming with an open door there. Very dangerous. Brandon wins that faceoff back to Eli. Eli up to Brandon. Cross centers it. Missed by Corbin. Tigers are able to clear it up to Corbin at center ice. He's got plenty of time. Passes it over to Tony. Tony brings it in. Gets stood up by a Wyoming player, but he still has it. Centers it right to a Wyoming player. Wyoming's able to try to clear it, but they're not. Brandon keeps it in. Off the skate of a Wyoming player. Wyoming's able to bring it out. They've got a player wide open, but intercepted by Byron. Throws it into the zone. And be an icing on Wyoming. 2:28 left in the third period. Tyler, Ben Klink, Sydney out there. Byron and Gavin on defense. Tyler gets kicked out of the face-off circle, brings Byron in. Byron without face-off. Wyoming takes possession. Tigers are able to chip it out into the neutral zone. Sydney's got it. Brings it into the near side. Pass it to Tyler. Tyler shoots it up and it's over the net. Out of play. 2:12 left in the third period. Wyoming wins that face-off, but Tyler's able to block the pass. Wyoming's able to clear it. Wyoming shoots it back behind the net to the near far side half wall where Gavin has it. Wyoming intercepts it. Gavin blocks that pass up to Sydney. Sydney's able to bring it out. Brings it through the blue line into the zone around the Wyoming player. He gets stood up by that Wyoming player. Wyoming's able to bring it out through the neutral zone. Ben Brooks angles that player, and Ben Klink takes possession. Minute 30 left in the third period. Ben Klink brings it into the zone, shoots it over the net. Wyoming has it at the near side half wall. Corbin's able to keep it in, throws it into the corner. Wyoming throws it across the ice. We'll watch the Wyoming goalie and see if he comes off. He remains in the net. Tigers are able to clear it up. Tyler throws it into the zone on the near side, into the corner where Sydney's going to take it behind the net. Tries to center it, but gets stood up. Sydney still has it. 1 minute left in the third period. Owen Snyder has it, brings it around, tries to kick it up, shoots, scores! Owen Snyder with 47.5 seconds left in the third period. That'll about seal the deal for the Tigers. Tigers got called on a penalty there, so 35 seconds left. Brandon's able to clear it. Aiden tries to take possession in the neutral zone. Tony's got it. Wyoming's able to clear it, but Aiden takes possession, dumps into the corner. 25 seconds left in the third period. Wyoming has it. Tony stands up those players. Still has it. Passes it over to Aiden. Missed pass over to the near side, far side corner. Aiden gets stood up behind the net. Brings it around off the side of the net. Centers it. Nobody's there. The Tigers are going to win this game.
That sounds like a really good idea.
Ian, don't smile.
Congratulations! First place team, Colorado Springs Tigers! Please, would each player come up as your name is announced to receive your medal? Number